Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a video, and maybe you could even class it as a tutorial on how to start up the 737-800 on X-Plane 11. So I am going to obviously be using the 737. Did I say 787? Yes, it's 737. Just going to make sure all my flight simulator stuff is plugged in, and as soon as I have done that, we'll go ahead and start with our flight. Okay, with that done, let's go and spawn the plane. Right, so when we click on here, obviously choose the livery, we'll go Delta, no KLM. Right, make sure that this box is not ticked because you are going to be the one starting up the engine. This is the thing that's actually going to allow you to start the cold and dark. I'm going to be going from Gatwick, start on gate 5. Okay, with that done, let's go and load into our flight. It does take a very long time to load. So, as I say, please like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the flight simulator. Okay everyone, and welcome to the flight simulator. Obviously, we are in a cold and dark state. So yes, that does mean no power, no nothing, if I'm honest with you. So, we need to get some power units on. So let's get our night vision goggles. Now we have a bit of visibility. Parking brake is on, we know that. First thing we need to do is turn on the battery master. There are sound effects with this, but just so you can hear me talking, maybe I'll set the sound just a little. You might be able to hear a bit. Let's set the battery master on. Let's try and move the camera. Put the standby power on auto and turn the ground power on. And now we have got some screen brightness. Yay! Okay, now I think what I will do is I'm going to turn the overhead panel lights on. So we're actually going to get some lighting. I'll do the same with the main panel so we can turn off night vision. You can see the lights turning on. If we go back to main view, go up, and yay, there we are, we can see the main panel brightness. If we turn that on, we can go without our night vision, and we'll be able to locate the next procedures we need to do around the cockpit to get this simple startup commenced. Okay, with that said and done, let's turn off the night vision. Yes, everybody, look at this. Cockpit's looking beautiful. Not hit Airbus standards yet, but we can deal with that. Right. Let's start up the APU then. So I'm just going to quickly teach you all a cool fact. This dial is to do with the APU. The maximum it goes whenever I play X-Plane is number 6. Usually it comes around a 5. Once, when I hold the APU to start, it's going to start going round. Around 5, it will start coming down just a little bit. You see this button here, or light or whatever. This is going to turn blue. When this turns blue, I'm going to leave the APU on. This is just going to turn the APU on. Or like its unshortened version, auxiliary power unit. Let's start up this APU though. That may take a couple of seconds just to get it started. Hopefully you can hear me. So I'm just going to talk a little bit louder so everyone watching can actually hear what I'm saying. There we are, it's just turning up now. I do prefer to hold the switch because then it doesn't go back to APU on, it stays on actual start. So it's reached on the dial around its peak, it will start dropping down just a little bit, as you can see what's happening. Then on there, on the other APU unit, the light should turn blue in a matter of seconds now. How long will that take? Go on. Oh yeah, it should turn on in, should really be on now if I'm honest. Go on. There we are, it's turned on now. Can leave the APU on. Let's turn on the APU generators though. Let's turn them on. Okay, it's all looking good. Now let's turn on all the fuel pumps as we got the engines running with the APU. Just flick those 6 switches. APU bleed on now, that's what we need to do next. There's APU bleed. And now hydraulic pumps A and B, which are right here, let's turn them on. Now let's actually start getting the engines running. So obviously the passengers will be boarding from the left, and engine 1 is the left engine, so let's turn on engine 2 because it will be safer for everyone. We set that to ground. Now on this screen here, we're going to wait for oil filter bypass and low oil pressure to disappear. Once they disappear, we will turn on the fuel control lever to maximum to get the engine starting. This may take a little bit of time. There we are. Usually when the engine setting gets to 1, it will turn off. And then we just turn the fuel control lever up. Now we need to do the same with engine 1. Let's just assume that the passengers have finished their boarding now. We turn that to ground. Wait until the engine setting gets to number 1, which is just here. And then these will close off and we can do the fuel control lever. There we are, just halfway through now. Nearly there. Okay, and they've disappeared. Let's turn on fuel control. Perfect. Good. Now we're going to start turning off the APU. So first thing we need to do is turn the engine generators on. Turn off the APU generators. Now we're going to turn off the APU bleed. And we're going to turn off the APU. Okay, so the APU is all off, which is looking good. Now we are on the before taxi checklist. I'm not going to actually taxi, I'm just showing you how to start up the plane really. I guess that's what this video is for. Anyways, let's turn on the seatbelt sign. There we are, it's turned on. And we would now set the trim, which we can't see, so we will use our night vision goggles. Here we have it. Actually, it's already set for takeoff, that's absolutely fine. And now we need to set the flaps to 5 degrees. I've got this assigned on my throttle, no, not my throttle, my joystick configuration. Set to 5. And obviously before takeoff we need to check the maneuverability of our flight controls. So we need to make sure they move freely and don't cause any disruption. So let's say something got stuck in the mechanism, we'd have to detect that. So just going to put up, down, left, right. It's looking good. Also, I'm not sure if you all knew, but this is actually this thing on the yoke here. Oh, I actually took the yoke off. This, you'd actually move it up and down to keep track of where you are on the checklist. Anyway, let's go on to the rudder. As we have here, I'm going to follow by the wheel. Make sure the left and the right is working. Start at the left. Okay, now we release, let it go back to center. And now let it go to right. And release, let it go back to center. That's all maneuvering fine. Let's turn on all of our lights. Make sure people can see us. Let's put this on. Okay, got our lights on. Transponder alt off, which I already know is off. And let's set the parking brake off. Parking brake off. Okay, now before taxi, let's check the altimeter is working. Okay, I think that's how you reset the thing. Let's check that again. Yeah, I think that's working fine. Transponder alt on. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's turn off the taxi lights. Obviously I'd do this when taxiing, but this is just a quick show how you'd do these. And I guess that is all we need to do before takeoff, just a simple startup. So then obviously I've got after takeoff now, which we're not doing because we're not in the air. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you do enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And I see you in more almost daily updates. When I say almost, I mean 1 to 3 days. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.